Yours goes beep.
All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. I am your host for this Friday, Crypto Bedell, and our special guest is Shuby77.
Close, 75, but anyways. Year I was born. I'm an old bastard.
You're not too bad. Well, my camera is really bad from what I'm seeing on YouTube.
Yeah, it looks a lot better than Streamlabs. That's why I was saying that maybe that background.
I could do this one. I don't know. Maybe just no. I don't like that. That's a little too close and personal. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do a lot of this. We could do this. Are you muted, or am I just not able to hear you? I can't hear you.
I was muted. I hit it right before that
okay.
went off, and I forgot to do it. I'm looking down at my mic, and I'm going to screen.
Well, I was hearing an echo because I had my channel in the background.
I did the same thing in my first one.
Okay.
And then I ended up muting YouTube because your camera looks a little bit better, but it doesn't look as good as Streamlabs does.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe.
I know there's a setting in Streamlabs because I looked at it. Wait, I don't use Streamlabs. I use it. Not that I went live and I know anything about this, but.
Well, I changed the camera to 720p instead of 480 in StreamYard. Seems to look better, but
it is a little better, but it's still not as crisp.
Yeah.
It's not bad, though. I'm not saying that by no means.
Oh, Gundy's in here. What's up, dude? Yeah, I was thinking about just doing a couple of the nice ass easy miners as we just kind of chill, chat, and drink.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, you were saying something about it's like gambling.
Yeah, so let me show my screen real quick. I need to get another monitor. I mean, I have one, but I don't have the DisplayPort cord.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I bought the DisplayPort adapter for the C, and you got to have the lightning thing next to it.
All right, so here are the packages. I've got enough for 3 of the S's, which is on the far left. I was thinking of just doing the palladium, the silver, and the chromium.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before because I think I've got a little bit before payout, so I think I got about $10 or $11. A nice hash from who knows how long ago.
Yeah, they keep changing it up. They introduced this a little over a year ago, I want to say. But like at least here it tells you like the duration, your estimated like mining speed, you know, probability. Like the Chromium S is like 1 in 8, and that would be $41 plus the fee on a $6.20 gamble.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the numbers, but down at the bottom side.
Oh, because it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
That's all right. That's what this is about. We're trying to learn and figure out what you're doing.
There we go.
It's like a little pixelated. I mean, can't read any of the words under where it's like $6.20 for the first top left. I can't really read anything below that. I can see the 4.6 terahash, but that's about all I can make out. Where's this like $6.20?
Okay.
So
yeah, I gotta figure out how to make it like full screen.
F11 will make, if you hit F11, that will make the pager full screen. It didn't really do any change though. And F11 to go back. You can use do you have a scroller mouse with the scroller in the middle?
Yeah.
Hit the control key and scroll towards your computer, but just slowly.
Oh.
There you go. That makes it where I can read for the most part what you're looking at.
Okay.
And then there's a way to reset it up in the top. Normal will tell you what your percentage of size is.
Yeah. It's 170 right now.
Yeah, you can hit reset, but now I can read it really good. It'll tell you now I can see probability 1 in 8, like you said, and then over to the right 1 point or whatever, 1.7.
Yeah, but I mean, you're spending $37.22 for a chance to get what, $42?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying I can read it now. I was just trying to give you the.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do 3 gold S's every day back when it was like $3.40. But, obviously I never won.
Yeah,
all right, so what do you think? Just one of the silver, one of the palladium, and one of the chromium, and just call it a day?
Well, if you're not, you said you were talking about maybe getting it cashed out, so what do you think's worth more? Is it going to
cash it out? It's going to cost me $6.20. I might as well. I mean, that's a network fee. I might as well just gamble it all away.
Yeah. So let me see. So what kind of money are you talking about? You got. So you're just trying to do the 620s?
Yeah, I've got 2391 total.
Okay, scroll back down. Let me just see here. So you got. I was just looking at your ratio of chance. So the palladium, 620. Probability. So that the palladium you could get $401 plus fee. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's on the Litecoin block, but you can also hit a Doge block, which is 1,081 plus the fee. So it's kind of like a dual mining.
So you've used this before? Have you actually ever hit anything?
Yeah, I've hit a few of the chromium blocks.
Okay, I'm just curious. Like I said, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, and then if you look all the way at the top, it tells you how many blocks of Raven, Bitcoin Cash, Doge, Litecoin, and Bitcoin that they've actually hit.
And you said it's an hour is what they give you?
Yeah. So like if you look here,
I see it now.
The lower one's 1 hour, the more expensive is 2 hours, the more expensive, or the top tier is 4 hours. But it's like, I don't know who's going to spend $124 and a 1.1 chance to win $41 plus the fee.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to hit, 3 blocks just to maybe break even?
Yeah, and you're not even breaking even because you're losing your fee and everything else. You have to hit 4.
Right. Well, 4 would turn a profit. 3 would be almost breaking even. I mean, depending on what the fee is.
Is the fees just a transaction fee to send it to you?
Well, no, that's plus the fee.
I know. So I'm saying if you hit $41, what's the fee? Is that just the transaction fee to send it to your wallet?
No, that's what is it? I can't think of it now. But how you can hit like a block and you can actually get like 2 or 3 blocks worth because of the network fee.
Okay, I got you. So kind of like the mining pool fee or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. whatever you want to do there. I mean, I gambled and lost $800 on a cruise ship. So
I mean, I've been all right with the Chromium S, but that's about it. I haven't hit any of the other ones. Because like before it used to tell you like the total, it wouldn't just say like with the Silver S, it wouldn't just say 1,000 plus fee. It would be like 1,020 or 1,040 or 1,030 something. All right, I'm just gonna do.
I'm gonna log in real quick and I'm gonna see what I got. I'm just trying to get my F2A security so I can figure out what my password is. See how much money I've got in Nice hack, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that whole KYC thing now. That's kind of where I'm like, you know what? I might as well just burn my money.
Yeah, but the problem is, doesn't it still go to that wallet?
Yeah, and then you can just transfer it out.
So do you have to still KYC?
I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it's all questions. I have no clue.
I didn't even know anything until Nemesis said something about it. Because I never got an email or anything about it. I've just been mining because I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just mine until I get my payout and then cash out. But then it's like, you're going to charge me almost $7 to take out $30? Like, no, I'd rather just gamble.
How much money did you have in there? What did you say it was?
I got 23 something.
I got 36.47.
Nice.
So let's just see here. 36.
But I mean, do you use NiceHash anymore?
It's been a long time since I've done it.
Okay, so they're going to start charging you fees for being an inactive user.
I did pop it up when I hooked up this computer the other day. But I mean, I mined for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the requirements are to be considered an active user, but I know there was a lot of people talking about it, and I'm like, you know what, like, and then now they got the whole KYC thing coming out, and it's like, no, I'm just gonna gamble this money. If I win, I win. If not, whatever.
Mine just went up to 621. They're charging me a penny more than you.
Yeah, it changes on oh, mine's still 620. Oh, I hit refresh now. It's 621.
I was just curious.
Yeah, it's all based on the price of Bitcoin. So wait
5 minutes and it'll be $3.
It's 0.0001 Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, that price goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, that price goes down. That's why, like, when I was gambling, it was like $3.40 to gamble on the S packages.
All right.
That's why I was doing 3 of the gold S's a day. I was like, fuck it, whatever. It's $10 a day. Got a chance at, I think at the time it was like 170 or 160,000.
All right, so you pick one. I'm going to do one just because I've never done it.
I did the Silver S, the Palladium S, and the Chromium S.
Okay, so a rookie that's never done it, which one would you do? So the Palladium?
I've had
$400.
The only ones I've ever won was the Chromium S.
So start there.
You got a 1 in 8 chance versus a 1 in 192 or 1 in 572 or 1 in 148 or 184.
I'm gonna do the one that you just told me, the Chromium. I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
So order placed.
Yeah, so if you only do one, it'll kick you right back to that screen where it'll say, like, you know, it'll show like the Chromium S package.
Yeah, it says preparing your order right now, an hour and 10 minutes left.
Yeah. Let me show. So this is like the screen I have.
Yeah, I don't have that yet because it looks like it's trying to put mine together.
Yeah. Like you can click on like one and see your percentages, and then there's
Yes.
yeah, there's something like here. If you click on those three dots in the top right, you can go to your order, and it'll tell you like the actual like speed that you're running at, I guess.
Well, I'm going to share my screen and tell me this is where you started at. Share screen. Because this is where I'm at right now. But this did say preparing order. So,
Yeah, so now your order is actually active.
okay, so is that what you're talking about clicking?
If you go scroll up,
Okay, let me
and then the
close
top
that.
right, no,
Okay, sorry.
click on that again. Click on those three dots, and if you go to my order, you can see like the speed and all that. I don't know. People base your chances more or less on the speed, or maybe they're just curious.
Right, nope, I got you. I just trying to learn how it works, and anybody else watching might get an idea of how it works also.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't pay attention to this screen. I just buy the package and wait an hour and see if I get an email saying your package caught a block.
So you got
Or
to
I
get an
forgot what
email
it
from
says.
them. You don't actually
No, it'll pop up that you caught a block.
see. You get an email. You don't see it on that screen, then correct?
No, you'll see it on that screen.
Okay, I'm just asking. Like I said, it's something brand new to me, and
Yeah, so I mean, like it says, it only runs for like an hour, but it starts at like an hour 9. But give it a few minutes. Like mine now starts showing like the percentages I am towards the reward.
all right. So I'm looking at mine right now, and it says miners. I got 141 miners. Obviously, I know the rest of it. So
That's weird because
complete.
mine says I have 199 miners.
Well, it might get there though. It just may be
Right.
what's available at that point.
Yeah, it
So
just takes a few minutes.
let's see
No,
here.
but if you close, yeah, say close out of that screen. Yeah, say
So now
don't
I got
stop the package.
162.
Okay. Yeah, so it's still like getting all the miners and everything on yours.
Yeah, it's what do they call that? It's spooling up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you close out of that
Okay.
and then maybe refresh. Okay. No, okay, so you still need a few more minutes. It'll start, so like that graph right there that you're looking at, it'll
Oops.
pop up like the highest one. It'll say like close to reward 67%, 20%, whatever your highest is so far through the package.
All right. So here's your potential block reward. I guess after. So 39.94 is after fees. I'm assuming is what that is, or that's just because price went down.
Yeah, price probably went down because it said whatever it was plus the fee.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, you're gambling $6.21 to maybe dollars. Like,
I lost workers. Did you steal my workers? That's all right. No, that's pretty cool. I don't care because I mean that money. I didn't plan on mining enough. It's just good to know that I can use that money to do something with it.
yeah, hey, I'm
Because
at
now I've got
180. I'm at 180 miners now, so I lost 19.
yeah.
But
So I don't know what that means, but now I'm down to 35.68.
all right, I'm gonna show my screen real quick.
Yep. I'll
So,
stop.
so this is what I'm showing. This is what was trying to show you is, each package will show close to reward and then the percentage. Oops. I hate when my phone goes off, and then when I open it up, it goes off again because there's more notifications. But no, do you see what I'm saying though? Like, say like in the silver ass, closer reward 76%.
Yep.
And then you can click on it. You can click on each little time frame. I don't know what it is. Every 30 seconds. I would like to hit this block.
Hey, Gunty, that's why we're doing this. We're trying to just go ahead and blow the money out that we've gotten there and just gamble it.
Yeah, Gundy, I didn't know about that until Nemesis was talking about it earlier when I was at work. I was just listening, and I was like, I didn't even get the email or nothing. I was like, I was just gonna mine to it, get my payout, and be done. But
give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. I can hold down the fort. YouTube mobile didn't auto start? I don't know. You were in here before. But yeah, money printing is fun. I just wish I could be like the government and just print millions every day, and be bankrupt and in debt and, can't even print enough money that how far we are in debt. So we just got to be our normal citizens and do what we can. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep this going live up until maybe another hour or so, maybe another hour and 20 right before DCA goes live. So if there's anybody in here, I will copy the link and post it for DCA. I thought there was a way to see who is viewing. All I see is the amount of people.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn up my volume because it's just a little low on my end.
Been up since 2 a.m., worked an 11-hour day, man. I'm tired. Came home, I had like 25 minutes, and then I got the stream ready and went. Didn't even shower. I mean, I changed my clothes. Took a little, what is it? Faucet bath, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
I mean, we call it something else, but we're live on YouTube. I don't want to call it by that, so.
No, at least you're figuring it out, and you're getting this thing right. And I don't know why it says CCM up in the right-hand corner, but
yeah, that's something that he does, but I have no idea how.
I know it's because of the back. It's because of the background. Never mind, you got it. We just have to find you a background to put on there.
So if I do this, no, it's still there. Oh, here we go. I have to choose one.
Like I said,
the problem is I'm on his StreamYard account. So like whenever I change, I have to make sure I change it back. So like when he gets on, he's not like, what the fuck happened?
I heard something about Red Panda Mining having something in the package. Maybe you should put that up in the top right-hand corner. We're on YouTube, so I can't say what it was.
Oh, that package that somebody sent him like last year or 2 years ago.
I didn't even know about it. That's what Nemesis says. Can I open this on live stream? Because I hear something rattling around in this package. I'm not sure if I can open it.
Yeah, somebody sent Panda
a 3D printed something.
I don't know if it was 3D printed or if it was real, but it was a big black female toy, adult toy. That he opened up on live stream. I wasn't there for it, but
I wasn't either, but I heard about it.
I've seen his face. I got some pictures of it, but I deleted them all because that was nice.
I seen his face a long time ago because I watched for longest, and then I just kind of got out of the mainstream crypto. I mean, I still follow it and watch what prices are doing, but I haven't mined in so long. I turned on the rigs because the computer got turned on. That one I just showed you a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to turn my rigs off tomorrow. I was just trying to get enough to use NiceHash Easy Miner and then call it done. Shut them off until I figure out what I want to mine next.
Yeah, I got to figure out because I got this new office I'm moving to. Either we're supposed to move this week, and they go, "Oh, never mind, we're going to clean it this weekend." So next weekend. So I don't pay any utilities. So I'm thinking about bringing this rig in and just hooking up my 2 cards, which isn't much. They probably wouldn't notice the difference in the electricity.
Right.
And just sit there and run it over in the corner.
See, now I thought about, I mean, now my company is slow, but before then I was thinking about talking to them if I could build like a little 3-foot by like 5-foot space, like in the fucking corner of the building. Because they've got industrial power and we run 15 CNC machines.
Mm.
And they run off of, I want to say 680 or 620 at 240 amps, or I don't remember the amps, but each machine is like 30,000 watts. I'm like, my 3,000 watts ain't shit.
Yep.
And I'm like, and I'm paying 11.5 cents, and they're half a mile away on a probably industrial rates, getting probably 3, maybe 5 cents at most.
It was a building I actually rented until this place bought it. So I had a 25 wide by 80 foot deep. So
nice.
I ran my rigs in the back all day long. You know, because it was my business and I paid the electric, so I didn't care. And then they ended up buying the building, so they kicked me out and put me in another building. So when I go back, I've got the rig laying down there, and that thing runs probably, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000, whatever. I got to look again. Oh, wait, none of the cards are in it. I forgot they're all moved. But I got 2 1060. How are those cards? What's the super? 1660s.
Yeah, 1660 supers.
And I got 3 570s and 1 580. RX 570s and 80s.
Dude, those 570s are a lot better than the 470s. Yeah, if I have my knowledge right, I've got 3 470s and 2 570s, all 4 gig cards, and those 2 570s do more hash rate than the 3 470s.
Yeah, so I thought about hooking it all back up, bringing it up, because it's my office, setting it up in a corner somewhere where nobody can see it through a window because nobody's got keys but me.
Right.
And as long as I don't pull too much for whatever they got for breaker setup. I know they set up each room with their own breaker system, but I don't think they run off their own power meter, so I think I'd be fine. They wouldn't know where the power's coming from. It's a 2-story building, so 25, so 50 by 80, 2-story.
Nice.
And they just put probably about 1.2 to 1.5 million into the building. And the thing that screwed up about it is I could have bought that whole freaking building for $150,000 about 4 years ago.
And now it's worth a few million.
Well,
they also put a bunch of money into it, though.
I don't know that it's worth it, but that's what they put into it.
I gotta give a special shout out to somebody who sent me this cup.
It looks pretty sweet. Can you give me their contact information?
Yeah, shoot me an email, cryptobadell@gmail.com.
Budweiser, love it.
Yes. It was going to be a White Captain and Coke night, but I didn't make it to the gas station. I went last night and they were out of Captain.
Well, just so you know, I'm going to thank all 6 people who were watching for hanging out with us. jump in the chat, hit the like button, come say hello.
Yes, please. Like, subscribe, share.
Or get drunk with us.
Feel free to ask any questions. We got a miner here. We got a guy that does laser engraving, all sorts of stuff over there that you do.
And if I don't have the answer, I'll make one up and you'll feel like it was correct.
All right, I'm going to share my screen for a minute. Oh, what the hell's going on? We'll try a different thing. See if I show just... Nope, that's not what I wanted.
I'm going to grab a beer.
All right, here we go. Kind of close on that silver, which would definitely be nice. Nice little...
So how do you tell what like you're close? So 76% means...
They're 76% of the way there.
Okay, so...
They have some kind of algorithm that can tell you, like, okay, so every 30 seconds you were this close. Now, I don't know how that works, but somehow it does. And it's just, I don't know. It's kind of nice to see, like, how close you are, I guess. I mean, there's been a few times where I've been like 98, 99%, and I never hit it, but...
Captain and Coke, come on now. And Mikkel, if you don't drink Captain, you're not sailing with the right person.
Well, the Captain and Coke is for my mom's heavenly birthday tomorrow. It's been 5 years. So every year on her birthday.
You know who that is? Is that your woman?
Who?
Somebody commented tomorrow night, rum and Coke night.
Yes, that's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Who Mikkel met in Nashville this year.
I met her in Spring Hill. It wasn't quite Nashville, but...
Yeah, you actually met her first. I don't think she ever got out of the car, though.
Yes, she did. She hung out.
Okay. I don't remember. It's been a while.
You must have been drinking.
Maybe. I mean, isn't that kind of what you do on vacation and in Nashville? So it's like a double negative.
What's vacation in Nashville got to do with it? I drink every day.
Yeah, but when you're on vacation, you drink. And then when you're in Nashville, you kind of drink a little bit more. But yes, Mikkel, I am just gambling away all my nice hash money because I was waiting for a payout. And then Nemesis was talking about how they're going to start implementing KYC. And I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to gamble it. I may have to leave like 10 cents in there, but whatever. They can keep that 10 cents. Because as soon as I get enough for another payout, I'm going to gamble it. And I'm shutting off my rigs off of it. And then figure out what to mine after that.
Okay, Mikkel, gotta order some hats. I got plenty of them in here. Here, I'll do it this way. I got some hats. What do you need? Now I'm getting ready to dump them all on the floor. Let me put them back where they came from.
Yeah, I'd show the one that you made me, but it's all the way upstairs.
That's all right. Here's one I made me. Look at it, man. Ain't it awesome?
Can't even see it.
There's nothing on that one.
I really want to get one of those, man. It's just out of my budget right now.
It just depends on where you live. Like, I live in a tiny town, so it's kind of easier to sell stuff. You get into bigger towns, and yeah, we don't got no mods, Gundy. Get about another 2,000 people in here, and we'll put you as a mod for sure. Or I won't. I'm just speaking for him. It ain't my channel.
I am the mod, Gundy. All right. What I say goes. No bullshit.
I'm not
How
even
do
a
you-
mod, so I don't
I
want to
honestly
hear.
don't even know how to make mods.
I'm in here dedicating my beer drinking night to hang out, and I'm not even a mod. Send me
Oh,
4
I see.
ETC, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, here we go. All right, should be all blue wrenches now.
Oh, look it up. He didn't even
I
send
mean,
me my ETC yet. I was trying to get something out of him.
oh, Gundy?
Yeah, I just mess with him. I don't care.
For one ETC, ha ha ha, you can be a moderator.
And then right after you pay, we delete your ass.
No, we ain't pulling that kind of fishy stuff around here.
But they got to pay 2 ETC to stay.
So I gotta say, the one thing that I've got to get used to with this
Thickness.
is that it feels like there's still beer in there, but there's not.
Oh, you get used to it quick. Because you're drinking Budweiser heavy, not Bud Light with that little chintzy thing you had
Yep.
that was supposed to be burned on live stream.
It will, just not this week. We gotta do it when we're on the original channel where you mentioned it, when there's more viewers.
What are you talking about? Let's see. You got still 5. Somebody left. It must have been your woman. She's like, I don't know this crap.
Yeah, she's had a long week too, so she might be getting ready for bed.
What is that, Gundy? Are you ghosting us? Is that what you're saying now? That you got mods? You're just going to leave? You know what I do miss, though? We need to get these poker tournaments going back again. I know that some, or at least Gundy knows about it. I love the
The
poker.
Aeon.
Yeah, I don't even care if it's Aeon. Just to get together and, you know, maybe I'll donate some of my stuff that I do laser engraving or something, whatever, just to have a little bit of a community getting back together. Because since crypto started to fall, we stopped getting together again.
Oh, November 9th. Mikkel's saying the Dynax.
I'll see if I can make it because my birthday is the next day, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be anywhere around.
I was gonna say, it'd be kind of cool to reach out to some of the other YouTubers and see if they're willing to donate something as a prize and see what we can get and just kind of do like a community one. It's
There's
just
a
kind of
couple of people that
sponsored by the community.
a couple of people I made good friends with because of that tournament. Because a lot of people's like, oh, how do you get into Poker Stars? I don't have enough chips. I'm like, meet me in this room. I've got fucking 100,000. Sorry, we're on regular live, but I got 100,000. Come in, you bet. I'll go all in, but 100 of your chips. You call it, and then I'll just fold. And I gave them enough chips to get in a bunch of these tournaments. So I haven't played Poker Stars in forever, but it's just fun. To get everybody together. Did you get on a live stream and you talk BS on one of the channels? And
Fucking Sarah with the moon boots comment.
I have no clue. You got to elaborate.
Dan Ruggs from Dynax always has a fashion thing of moon boots. I don't know if I have that picture anymore because I broke the phone.
So while you're looking, real quick, I got half-ass story time. My birthday is November 10th, which is the Marines' birthday. And I was born in 1975, which happens to be the 200th birthday of the Marines. So they will be 249 years old November 10th.
Very nice.
You might have already heard that story because I might have told it before.
Yeah, I have, but that's okay.
Oh no. You push a woman as a mod, she might just delete my comments.
All right, you want to see a picture of the moon boots?
Yes.
This is Dan Ruggs from Dynax. All right, there's the moon boots. No, not that. Him at Top Golf with us. Oh, hold on. So that's Dan from Dynax with his moon boots. And
No,
I did try them on, and oh my god, those things are warm. Like that's something I need for like the winter time if you go to like Alaska or something.
I wasn't that cold in Alaska. I was there a couple weeks ago.
Well, it's still end of summer. I mean, maybe like middle of winter, but those things, oh god, they're like at least an inch, inch and a half thick. But it's his little fashion thing, so he does him. It's all good. No hate. He is a cool and really nice guy though too. I gotta say, man, Nashville was one hell. I hope BTC finds its moon boots. Yes, Gundy, so do we. BTC to the moon. Even though I'm gambling it all away right now. Well, at least whatever I have in Nice Hash.
Closest I've got is 66%.
I'm at 67 on the chromium, 58 on palladium, and 76 still on the silver.
Like I said, I only did one, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're just learning about it.
And that 66% was about in the beginning.
Yeah.
So have you figured out how to show people's comments on the screen yet? I'm just curious if we're sitting here learning also.
Yeah. Click
Okay.
on it.
Well, I was just curious. I didn't know. I mean, because one day my laser company, I think I'm going to start live streaming.
I don't know, it's going to be a hard live stream because the burning doesn't seem to take that long.
No, I know, but I can do. It depends on what you're doing. So laser patch doesn't take long. But to do something like, what do I got hanging around here? To do something like this, and that's what I'm going for. That I told you I was going in October to New York.
Yeah.
That there takes about 45 minutes with cutout and everything, because this was a square piece of wood.
Hey, Sarah, you were fine at Top Golf. I was just trying to get it over the fence, and a lot of people said I did, and that was my goal. My hook shot is just crazy.
And then to make stuff like this, because it's all cut out, This is, like an hour, which is a business card holder and pencil holder. And so, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that takes a long time. It just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
To make these, just the bottom part of the logo is about 7 or 8 minutes. See you later, Gundy. Have a good night.
Yeah, Gundy. We'll see you on DCA in a little over an hour. An hour and a few minutes.
But now I can't wait for the poker tournament. If I'm not doing nothing, I'll definitely be there because I just, it's fun. I mean, even though there's not much there, maybe I can give away a few things, and because shipping it's killer for shipping.
Oh yeah.
But I might
threw
go
away that receipt. I was gonna say what I spent to Oh, here we go. So to ship that video card that I sent to Paperclip, this one.
But he's in Canada.
Yeah, 7800 XT. It was $73 to ship a fucking video card.
Yeah, I mean, but he's in another country, so I mean,
but he is literally half a mile away from a border. Yep. I'm like, dude, you got to find a buddy on the other side in Washington, so it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
You're talking about this guy who still hasn't got a contact to order his sign?
Yeah.
But, I was in Canada, and he's not too far from the port where I went to Juneau. Or I'm at Victoria, British Columbia. He wasn't too far from the port. I think he's like 20 minutes.
All right, I sent him a message. I said, come join my live. I wasn't say hours, but it's tagging time on my channel. It ain't mine.
I'm just here trying to help do whatever.
I figured maybe if he saw you in it, he'd be like, oh, shit. No, I'm not going to join. That's what it still shows him. It's funny because it shows you holding up the paperclip sign.
Good. There you go. Yeah, I ended up fixing it because the original logo didn't work out that well. It was like so fragile, that it just broke so easy. So this one here's got a little more rigidity to it. I guess that's the word.
Rigidity, strength, kind of the same thing.
You can't see it.
Nice. Wanted Trump 2024. I'm assuming that was his mugshot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got all kinds of cool stuff in here. I mean, I can't see it all and can't even show it all because I don't know where it's all at because I get drunk and lose it.
See, I feel that would be a lot better of an investment than a 3D printer. Like, I love my 3D printer. Granted, I don't use it nearly that much, but
you have to learn.
Some of the prints can take like 3 days, and then they fuck up at the end.
Yeah.
Over something, there's a breeze that came in the room and fucks it up. And then now you got to restart it 3 days later, and then you hope it's good.
But the only problem with this is, you have to have bags and bags and bags of shit. Just boxes of shit. These are all coasters.
But that's how you make more money is when you buy in bulk, and then you just hope that you sell the stuff.
You look at some of the coasters that made them sat here because they didn't sell, even though they're trying to get the lighting right.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dad. There you go.
But these here I'm selling for $10 for 4. This is 4th of July that I did. It's just there's.
Yeah, but you could just try to sell them every year. It sucks to sit on them for that long, but.
But honestly, with what I've sold, I've already paid for the laser twice. And the way I look at it, like I go spend $15 on a koozie, which is the one that you got there, and I sell it for 20. Where can you invest $15 and make $5 off of it? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
how
I mean, you
much
can't.
how much time and electricity do you put into that?
I
Maybe a
haven't checked
dollar?
electricity because it's a cost of doing business, but say I make $4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not going to cost me $1 on electricity to engrave something.
But you make $4 for what? Maybe 5 minutes of time to unpackage it, put it in the thing, etch
But
it,
say it's
take it
20 minutes.
out, package it back up, and that's
But
maybe 5 minutes.
say it's 20 minutes. For each one,
Right.
you make $5. Say you make $5. Yeah, you have a good night too.
Yeah,
Don't
you too,
smack me
Sarah.
before you go to bed. But just say you make $4 off of 20. I mean, off of 15 or whatever. So by the time you put everything into it, I don't count my time because it's a hobby.
Right.
So say you make $4 off of it. Where are you going to put it in the stock market, crypto, or anywhere, and make $4 off of a $16 investment? You're not going to do it. And even
I
if you
mean,
got to sit on it, because how long do you sit on a regular investment before it makes money?
yeah, I've been sitting on XRP for quite a few years.
You know, so if
Granted,
I
I sold most of mine at like almost, I think it was like $1.80 when I sold it, and I was like buying it at 25 cents.
I mean, there is investment. So like the hat press that I've got next to me, which so there's my hat press. It's another
Nice.
140 or $50. I mean, so you got investments you got to make, but still, like I said, in the long run, I've already paid for everything that has to do with laser engraving in this building, and I've got about $1,000 worth of stuff here that every time I sell, it's just pure profit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got I can't take it that far over there, but behind me, where I'm at, I'm going to do it this way so I can look. But back behind me over here, there's still 25, 30 cups, 16 ounce, 20 ounce, 30 ounce. That every time I sell them, I make $4 on them.
Nice.
Not include my time to come up with designs and do whatever. I mean, but it's a hobby, so why not? I don't count. I count that because it's an enjoyment for me.
Yeah. I mean,
If
that's how I am with like my 3D printer is like, if I can just download the file and print it, maybe change a few settings, fine, whatever. But if I have to like create a whole new image from scratch, yeah, no. I ain't got the time for that.
I've got waste cups that I use that if you could see it, some of those images might look familiar to what you were holding in your hand.
Okay.
To learn. I mean, I burn on this just to make sure that it's coming out right.
Right.
And I got this. So I think it was a Walmart special. I think it was $3 is what I paid for this, and how many times I burn on it, just to make sure that the laser is doing what it's supposed to do before I waste a $15 cup.
Right.
And not all colors burn the same. So you got that same one, the same settings. And then you got this one here, which turned out black.
But I like that though.
It looks good, but
That's nice.
I can't duplicate it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless I put this in there 5 times in a row without changing a setting. It's kind of like your 3D printer. Every time you do something different, you've got to change settings. I mean,
yeah, like I was saying with the 3D printer though, is you get a gust of wind in that room, or you can get too much humidity in that room, and then your 3D print just fails.
Okay, so what if you put it in a closure like I showed you before that my laser's in?
Yeah, I know.
I'm asking because I don't know nothing about 3D printing.
No, you make enclosures for them. It's like I want to bring mine down and put it like here in the corner, like where this table is.
Yep.
But with all the mining rigs and all the airflow, it's not really a lot of airflow because if you watch, the smoke just goes pretty much straight up. But because I had turned the fan off in the window, but if I have that fan on, that's just enough to probably mess up the 3D print. And if it's a print that's like 1 day, 8 hours, maybe 4 days, you don't want to mess up a print every 4 days.
Yeah, the longest laser burning thing that I've done so far for just a single lit run is about 3 hours, and that's a picture. So taking a picture and turning it into a laser engrave on wood, I don't have any out here. I don't think. I thought I had one, but I don't. But those are so hard. I mean, you got to do so many tests that you're losing a lot of material.
Okay, I gotcha. Trying to see if I still had that mask that I printed. Guess not. Well, you can't go away just yet.
Do what?
I said you can't go away just yet. I got to break the seal. I'm gonna go grab a mask real quick.
No, I just found one of the ones I was looking for. See if you can tell what it is here, but that's a picture on wood.
Nice.
It's me and my uncle were in Nashville for my wife's 50th. And
Very nice.
it's got these stupid goggles on because you're old and you got to see like through big old glasses.
The Coke bottles, as most people call them.
Yeah, so I was just playing around, and that's what I was looking for.
All right, man. I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab a mask and break the seal.
All right, you gonna show your flask maybe that you got from that flea market? So who else we got in here? Any questions? So far, not doing any good luck with the mining on nice hash. Trying to gamble my $6 and change. I guess I'm not allowed to share unless approved. Sitting out in the laser shed making patches for a few people that I know. 15 hats all together. It's a good little side hustle. And hanging out and drinking beer with Joe. Appreciate you being here. Any questions, pop them up. We'll do our best to answer them.
All right, I'm back. Good thing I had it on mute because I accidentally dropped that flask.
I'm just out here talking to myself, so.
Yeah, so this is something else I acquired. Hopefully it shows up all right. Yeah, don't look too bad. Nice little fireball flask.
That looks pretty cool.
Then I got a slate. Budweiser coaster. I got 2 of these and 2 of these coasters on slate.
You have to give me
Well,
that flea market name when I come up there.
yeah, for sure. We'll have to go there and get some more.
Yeah.
I want to do a water test on these to see, because I kind of want to use like, because I'm a tile and stone guy, I want to use like an enhancing sealer on it because it'll make the slate like black
No, it'll pop it.
or more black. But I'm curious as to what it's going to do with the, like the gray area where the laser hit it.
Shouldn't hurt it at all.
So I think I'm going to take one and just try like maybe just the whiskey. Because if it turns out like shit, I don't want to have to do the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate that saying.
You know, they give you good deals down there, so it wouldn't hurt to buy one more.
Yeah, or maybe trade a light for some more.
I heard that flea market even has charcuterie boards that are made out of slate that are pretty big.
Oh, nice. So, how well will the laser engraver work on like quartz? I'm not sure if it'll work on porcelain tile.
It will, but
like on like thick stone, like 3 cm, 2 cm stone, like countertops. Because I've got a bunch of that in the garage.
So,
but I know slate's pretty fragile.
I don't know where it's at. Oh, there it is. But to do like white tile from like Home Depot and Lowe's or whatever, you got to have this, which I've never tried. Titanium dioxide.
Is that like a powder?
Yeah, it is. I bought it from this guy. The laser that I told you, they paid $900, and he gave me all kinds of material, and I haven't tried them all yet. But it's buried underneath stuff, but he's got white tiles from Lowe's and Home Depot or wherever that you spray that where you put that on there. I don't know how you paint it or do whatever. But then once you put it on there, whatever you engrave turns black, and you wash the rest off, and the rest of the tile is white. So it kind of looks like an engraving like this, but pure black. So if you're doing your house in tile and you got a white tile, you can put your kids' names on a tile somewhere on the wall or do whatever you want to. I've not messed with it yet because I've had no need to.
I'm just curious what it does like without that.
Nothing. It won't touch it on that particular thing. So out here somewhere, I might have taken it inside. If you looked at my Facebook page, though, you've seen that glass. You can etch glass, but you've got to use tempera paint to be able to etch it.
You have to use paint to etch it?
Yeah, it's a water-based paint. So the minute you etch it, I mean, you literally put it in water and it just washes right off and the etch is left. I bought me one of those.
Like a mirror.
You were breaking up, Robot. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, I wonder if that's because, like, if it gives it like a texture, so the mirror isn't. It doesn't.
I think what it does is it doesn't shoot straight through the glass, and it gives us a background to where it's got something to like heat it up. Because etching glass is actually fracturing it.
Right.
You're not actually etching it or engraving it. You're fracturing it in tiny micro fractures.
But can you cut glass with that?
No.
Or like a mirror?
No, but I can etch on mirrors.
If you had like a 30-watt laser, you turn it up to 30 watts, and you wanted like a star. You couldn't cut a piece of glass or a mirror?
Nope. You're only so you got to flip a mirror upside down backwards, and you got to put everything in reverse to take off the coating of the mirror. I might have one of those laying around here somewhere. I'm not sure. but I wasn't happy with those, so I bought 4-inch mirrors just to play with, and I got a bunch of mirrors around here that I just maybe break and get 174,000 years of bad luck.
Well, I don't know if you've ever seen like where you break a mirror and you put it on the wall and you just glue it to the wall, but you like space all the broken pieces out.
Yeah, I haven't. But
It looks cool, but when you break a mirror, it doesn't break into big chunks. It breaks into thousands of tiny little pieces. Plus 7 years of bad luck.
I think I moved all that stuff, so. Yeah, they're not over there. But I'm going to throw another patch in the engrave real quick.
Damn, these fucking packages. Jesus. So close, but yet so far away.
Did you say how many patches?
No, my packages.
Oh.
I'll show it real quick. These packages. 84, 58, 88. Like, I would like to hit a silver S. Get a nice little G note in my pocket. Because then I can buy
still 66 is my
laser engraver.
Mine's still 66 at the highest. I'm going to go back and look. I got 20 minutes left.
The girlfriend would probably hate me if I won that and then use that to buy a laser engraver. But
just if you do that, you got to have somewhere to vent outside. Because trust me, burning a tumbler, you don't want to smell it.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at Glowforge before, but they're like $5,000.
Leather, you don't want to smell it.
Yeah.
You know, so I bought a brand new shed because I was moving out of that building I was telling you I was in.
So on the other side of this wall right here, this big dark wall is my laundry room, and like 5 feet that way is my dryer. So I would just duct it right there, tie it into the dryer vent right outside.
Yeah, well, if you put an inline fan like they do in like grow tents or something, and put it closer to the outside of the wall, you could suck it right out. Simple. Well, but if you got a window, there's even a window. You could just buy one of those window vents, which I got one of those laying around here too. You just attach it right to the window, suck it out, and then just take it out the window when you want to close it.
I made my own window vent for my grow tent because I have an 8-inch inline fan.
Yeah.
But in the garage, I've got 2 4-inch inline fans and 1 6-inch inline fan. So I've got enough inline fans, but I prefer just to make shit rather than buy it. That's pretty cool.
It's one I set on my desk. I must have got drunk tonight because I'm missing patches. I had 15 pulled out and I lost the rest of them.
I haven't even heard you crack one open yet.
I've cracked, well, there was 17 inside of here when I started, not including when I got home, so we're getting a little lower.
No ice? Wow.
Well, there's ice. It just started to melt. So here, you see me pop up my coolie cup. I know you did because I showed you.
Yeah, I just never heard the crack. Maybe that was when you were muted.
Well, you're going to hear this one, damn it.
Hold on. Wait like 30 seconds.
Okay, let me grab my patch out then. And I found one of my patches. Telling a guy to wait 30 seconds when he's an alcoholic is like telling a crackhead not to smoke yet.
All right, let's go.
1, 2. You don't say 3. 3 is on a crack. Cheers. Ah,
Nice cold, ice cold Budweiser.
yep.
This is my cooler.
1, 2, 3,
Brett.
4.
I brought down 8 plus the one I had. I've only got 4 left with a bunch of ice.
Yep. I got me the little 18-pack cooler down there, and I've got, let's see. I've got 12-pack left in it, and I started earlier, so.
Nice. Yeah, I bought this cooler like, I don't know, a little over 4 years ago, right before COVID. And then everybody's talking about how you drill holes on the inside and you fill it full of that expanding foam. So I did that, and it really didn't do much because they already did it, I guess, from the Coleman factory. But man, you put like 2 inches of ice in that thing and like a case of beer, that shit's cold fucking 2.5, 3 days later.
Normally, if I don't have a cooler that holds over 12 or 18, as long as it's cold from night, that's all I give a shit about.
Yeah. So, question. What do you think about well, now the port strike's over. That's not really a topic, but what do you think about all the shit going on overseas with Iran and Israel and US and
I don't. From the get-go, to be honest with you, we have the wrong person leading the country. So the shit he's talking, I think he's trying to put a damper and trying to leave a shithole for what's going to take over, regardless of who it is, because he's not going to be there.
I mean, the fact that he gave Israel the right and the okay to attack Iran, but non-nuclear, and to not target the nuclear facilities, well, then kind of hinted at striking the oil, products that they make.
Yeah, I seen your post.
I'm like, dude, come on.
What the hell? How many cigarette packs I got? Any of them got cigarettes in it? Oh yeah, that one does full. Oh shit, I just broke one.
Oh.
You know what poor man does? He breaks the filter off, turns it backwards, sticks it right back in there, and smokes it anyway.
I didn't know the filter goes back on backwards.
Yeah, well, when you break one, you just take it, pull it off, so that's where it's broke, right? Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
Then you just take and pull it off, turn it back on backwards, stick it right inside, and you got a cigarette.
I've always just pulled the butt off and rolled the end like it's a joint. And smoked without a filter.
Barely move it. I mean, if I pull it apart, so when you flick it, you don't flick it hard, you just kind of rub it on something.
Right. Yeah, learn something new every day.
So, hey, I've been smoking since 40 years. Started when I was 8 years old. Not that it's a good thing, but.
But not to sound too paranoid about everything going on overseas, but I'm getting my go bag back together tomorrow.
I got a storage shed with a whole entire shelving racking system with so much food. Canned goods, I bought that shit, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And
I've got not, I'm not gonna say a lot, but I've got a little, and it's just kind of spaced all over. And it's like I want to put it all in one area. I want to get my go bag put back together.
So my kids, when COVID
to me, it's like going on a vacation. Like I pack once, and then I unpack, and then I pack again, just to make sure I have everything covered.
So when COVID hit, the schools were sending out all these meals for the kids. And half the shit was freeze-dried and canned tuna and refried beans and all the stuff that was like prepper ready.
Right.
I got 5-gallon buckets stored all over the property with half the shit they sent us because nobody gonna eat it. And then
So
I went to Walmart.
me and Keith were talking. I don't know if you were here for that. I got a friend that lives a few hours north of me, and I'm not gonna call her a hoarder, but she's a hoarder slash prepper
Yep.
because she's a single woman in her 60s, and she's got like 100 gallons of laundry soap, like all sorts of like rant. I'm like, you're not even gonna use all this like the rest of your life.
I'm not worried about
But
laundry soap and all that other bullshit. I'll stink. I'd rather just eat.
oh no,
I got
but she's got literally everything. Like her whole entire basement is all just prepper ready.
I've got right now. I just showed you guys before. I got 2 freezers slap full. I got generator. I've got solar panels that will run at least one of those freezers for the most part. I'm getting ready to go maybe this weekend and hook up my buddy. He just ordered 8 solar panels and a grid tie inverter. Not a grid tie. He ended up going with a 24-volt system, and I'm gonna go hook it all up to where he can run. He's got 4 LiPo batteries, 24 volt, 12 volts each, but I'm gonna hook it all up at 24 volts.
Yeah.
Because if you go to
What was
24
that series?
yeah, I can't remember parallel or series. That always throws my mind. I know how to do it. I just don't remember what they call it.
Yeah.
So if you hook 2 12 volts together, a negative to positive, and then use your negative and positive left off your other 2. I can't remember what the naming of it is.
I think, well, for solar panels, that would be in series, I believe.
I think series is where you hook all positives together and all negatives together. I'm not positive on that. Here, I'll look real quick.
No, I thought that was parallel because everything runs this way. Like you got all the negatives together and all the positives together. But I've been looking at and wanting to buy a solar generator, like a Blue Yeti or like a Jackery. Jackery is more, I feel, name brand. More people know Jackery, but their solar input's shit, and you can't really use like standard solar panels with them.
Yes. So parallel is all positives and negatives hooked together.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
parallel.
So like I said, I can't ever remember that. So I'm gonna hook him up in series. So he didn't listen to me at all. I told him 24 volts. I told him what we're doing. He wanted to start out with 200 amp batteries. He ended up buying, instead of 2, he bought 3. Well, you can't do that unless you go 36 volt.
Right.
The other 12 volts going to just be sitting there doing nothing because you can't make 24 volt out of 2 12 and 1 more.
See, and I've just always tried to figure out, like, obviously I know the difference between 12, 24, 36, and 48 volts, but what's the benefit of going from like a 24 volt system to a 36 volt system?
Wire size. So as DC travels, the less the volt. So 12 volt, say you go 20 feet. You got to have such thick wire because you got so much voltage and amperage going through such a wire. The farther it travels, you lose, and thicker wire costs you more money. Right. So if you go from 12 to 24, you gain smaller wire, costs you less money. You go to 48, costs you less money. So each time you step up in in voltage, you're dropping down in wire size because it'll go farther in a smaller wire and still maintain its amperage, voltage, the whole 9 yards. Because you think about a battery charger, 12 volts, at 6 amps at a 12 volt, wire's tiny. But how long are the wires? 5 foot, 6 foot?
Right. But to me, that almost doesn't make any sense with like household electricity, because 120 volt, 20 amp breaker, the wire for that isn't much different than a DC? 240, 30 amp.
You're talking
breaker.
DC to AC though. DC is totally different than AC for
Yeah, I know.
run space.
But I'm just saying, I'm so used to like AC. That's why, like, to me, like some of that just does not make sense. But
So you ever see people with big amps in their car?
yeah,
And they're running from the front to the battery all the way to the back. They're running real thick wire because they've got to get the amperage to be able to maintain to the back. But if they were running that off,
with like my 0.0 cable, I've got some still in the garage. That shit was like fucking $8 a foot,
it's because
and I had to buy like 100 fucking feet of it. It was fucking stupid. I was like, this is more than my amp.
I'm not trying to say I'm solar king by no means, but I've done hours and hours and hours and hours of research. I mean, I'm probably 200 or 300 hours worth of research on solar. You know, I got 2 little 100-watt solar panels.
Here we go. Do your own research.
Yeah,
Punks.
I got two 100-watt solar panels, and I run it into my house. I gain about 10 or 15 cents a day, and it's not. We talked about it earlier. It's not back to the power grid. Whatever's on that breaker system you put that on, it's just taking less from the power grid. You're not giving it back to them until you overrun your power grid on that breaker system. So, do you know how a panel box works in your house?
For the most part, yeah.
You know, regular. So, you got every other panel. Let me see if I can't even show you.
I think you're just going way too far into this right now.
I know, but so you got 120, which is on one side of your breaker panel, but it's every other breaker. Right? So on the other side is 120, every other breaker. So when you use 220, it's on one side of your panel because it's using one side of the other, because the way the breaker works is this way. Your panel runs this way. So you're grabbing 120 from one side and 120 from the other side. So if you're running your solar into one side, it's only going to feed every other breaker. So if you got one side of the breaker system, you know that's like your laundry room for your washer, your refrigerator, stuff that takes 110. You put your grid tie inverter on one side, that side that, you know, you put it into an outlet that you know is running that stuff. And you use 100% of your solar every day. Well, not 100% because your grid tie inverter is going to pull some percentage, so you're probably running 98. I'm so knowledgeable about so much because I get bored at work. There's days that I don't do shit and I watch 8 hours worth of video.
See, I just don't like them grid tie inverters because what I want to do, fuck the grid.
No, I understand.
As soon as you start to involve, at least where I'm at, like when you start to involve the grid tie inverters, you have to have an engineer that's got to draw up the specs, you got to pull permits, you got to have licensed electricians, this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, I just want to cut the electric to my garage and run my whole garage off of solar. Fuck that. Like, then I don't need permits. I mean, the village might want one, but they're like $25. Fuck it. I don't need a licensed electrician. I don't need engineers. I don't need all this. I don't need all that. Like,
but
that's the way I want to do it.
You got to figure out what kilowatts you're running from that, because you can, if you're going, so you're going off grid. I'm telling you, go. Who is it? There's a crypto guy that's doing a shed, or not a shed, a trailer.
Chump Change just talked about doing a solar.
It might be Chump Change, but he's already done a lot.
He does. Yeah, he does have a solar trailer, and I think he's got the 6,000 watt inverter, but I think he's got 2 of them now because he messed up and he thought the one was bad when it actually wasn't. It was a bad cable, and he just kept it. So I think he's got 2 6,000 XP.
But how many solar panels and how much wattage is he putting through trying to run what he's doing? And how many batteries?
He's got 6 of the EG4 batteries, and I want to say he's got 8 or 12,000. No, not my. He's probably got 12 or 14 300 and whatever 325 watt solar panels.
The 320 or 330, they're somewhere right in
Yeah,
there.
so I mean he's pulling in probably a good 4,000 watts a day at peak.
But you're,
I mean,
even
I'm just
regular,
assuming.
so you take a 100-watt solar panel, because I'm going to try to make it easy. At most, you're going to get, and that's even with movers to the sun, because there's some that move with the sun, you're getting 80%.
Yeah,
So
you're
getting
gonna get
80 watts
like
per 100.
75, maybe 80 watts.
Yeah, I'm
at
saying
peak.
peak. The best you can
Yeah.
get is 80 watts from a solar panel. Honestly, I think you'd be better off with a wind turbine. Because
I've looked at those.
It doesn't matter. So the company that I recommend looking at those through is Missouri Wind and Solar. They do wind turbines, and I've actually drove by there, and I wanted to stop in, but I just didn't have the time. Because I thought about buying
The only thing that I've noticed with wind solar is, first off, it has to be higher than any trees around you. And any excess power that that thing produces, you have to put a stake in the ground, and then you got to power the ground.
You don't. You can
Which would be good if you're a worm farmer.
I still think you can grid tie, invert the rest of that back into your grid of your house power, not necessarily the grid. I say grid because you're connected to your house, which is connected to the power line. So I might be mistaken the way I'm saying this. So you could take and dump that in. So all of a sudden, your air conditioner is running. You dump it back in. Well, your air conditioner takes it from within the house first, and then whatever it can't take from the house, it grabs from the grid.
I don't trust the electrical system that much to like figure it all out for me. That's why I just want to do my own off-grid garage.
Yep. I mean, I thought about doing it to this shed that I'm in right now, this laser shed. But I know right now I've got air conditioner that's sitting over here that's an 8,000 BTU. And I've watched people run 5,000 BTU and running 600 watts on a LiPo battery, 100 amp hour. And they run it for 2.5 hours. That's all they get. Just off the AC. Nothing else running in here that I've got whatsoever.
Well, that's why, okay, so like you're kind of in the same situation I am. Is what I would do then is do your whole solar system setup that you want, and then figure out what you can power just off of solar, and whatever you can not power off of solar, plug it into the grid. Like keep them separate.
What's your goal? Honestly, what's your goal? Is it to power rigs? Or is it just to power a refrigerator and whatever?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. I don't know.
I would just like my external detached garage to have a wood burning stove in it and powered by solar. Because it's going to cost $1,000 just to trench to my garage to get more power out there. Because right now my garage it's 2.5 car detached garage. It's running off a 120 15 amp breaker, which is about the normal of that is about a bedroom. And I have a 2.5 car garage running off of that. I keep fucking tripping the breaker all the time.
So I got a question. Did you make any money? Because I think mine just went away. I went active and it's gone.
I got 12 minutes left on my palladium, which is the highest was 58%. So no, I did not. I got 84% on the chromium and 88% on the silver.
Yeah, mine I think just went away because it's like disappeared.
So I just wasted like $19, but whatever. I'd have to spend another $10 in electric.
Tell you, hey, you're a loser, and
No, they don't. To me, they'll send me an email if I catch a block, but my phone's on silent. Well, at least on vibrate. So.
Well, it went up to Chromium, went up to 1.9 now, 1.9, and it went up to 622.
More hash rate, and Bitcoin went up, so it's going to cost more. I mean, that's my only guess.
I still got $30.30. So which one do I do?
Save it for next week.
I'm going gold.
That's what I used to do. Go big or go home. Fuck yeah.
Gold. Buy now. Order place.
Hey, you know what? You could hit it. That $6.22 will pay off your house. That's the way I always looked at it.
It'd definitely pay off my house, but so would none of the other ones would. I don't know much left. I'm like right there.
I think it'd be so funny if somebody was like just live streaming like we are and just hit that gold S package, be like, fuck yeah, $6.22 just turned into almost $200,000.
Yeah. So
like I would probably lose my shit. I'd probably just start dumping beer on me.
Can you deposit money into that in the nice hash?
Yeah, you can.
I'm not going to. I was just curious.
So if you
maybe one day I'll go ahead and just deposit, $70 in there and just buy 10 of them, right back to back and see what happens.
So towards the top right where you see like your wallet balance, you click on that and you can click on deposit and it'll give you a deposit address.
Is that the eyeball? Nope, that's telling me.
No, just to the left of that.
I see it. I got it.
Yeah, where it tells you your total in Bitcoin, your total in USD. But you can only withdraw like 0.0005 Bitcoin, which is like around $36 at the moment. But then they're going to charge you like a $6.50 fee almost.
But if you hit it, do you just deposit or withdraw it like normal?
Yeah, I mean, there's still going to be a network fee. But
I don't give a shit about that. Not if I hit fucking 200,000
off a $6 fucking $6.25 fucking bet. Yeah, it's fine to cost you a couple hundred to send it, but fuck it.
I already got up to 45% on that one.
Fuck you. The problem is I've been doing that. I've been doing those ones for quite a while. I was doing 3 a day. And that was before the halving, and it was like a 1 in 60,000 something chance. Now it's like 35,000. But before the halving, the price of the Bitcoin block was double, so you were getting like 400,000 instead of 200,000.
I went into the casino and lost $100 in 20 minutes. Actually, it wasn't even 20 minutes, about 15 minutes.
Been there, done that.
Man, I'm telling you what, I'm losing my mind. I've done 5 patches since we've been on for an hour and a half. And every time I do a patch, I keep losing more because I had all of them pulled out to do these hats. And only got 3 left, and I got like a lot more hats to do.
Well, stop working and just sit down and relax.
It's all about the money, buddy.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes you gotta learn when to take a break, though.
That's how I'm able to send out stuff for free to people, because it's a hobby.
Like, I come home from work every day. I play games for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Chug like 4 or 5, maybe 6 buds. And then I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do now?
That's driving me crazy, though. But I've been that way all day long. My mind's just been like...
That's why you gotta sit down and relax.
I can't. I got ADHD or something. I'm not allowed.
When you come up here, I'll have to give you some edibles or some smoke.
I don't want none of that.
Calm your ass down.
Just give me a bunch of Budweisers, because then finally I get drunk enough to be able to fall asleep.
Dude, it'd be chaos if we ever got together and drank.
I'll tell you, I went to Rhode Island, and I stopped in the store. I'm like, man, I need to get me some beer. And then my boss goes, I'm going to drop you off. Just holler at me when you're coming out the exit. I said, man, nobody sells Budweiser around here. So I stopped in the store, and I walked in with a 30-pack of Budweiser for $24 out the door, tax included.
For a case?
30-pack, not a case. Case to me is 24.
Oh, 30. Nice.
They don't charge tax up there at all. It's live free or die state.
Yep.
And
That's about what I pay for a 24 pack, which is a normal case. It's about $22, almost $23. It's like $22.80 something.
where you're at,
Yeah.
you know what I paid this today when I stopped on the way home? $29.99.
Damn.
Walmart's
For a 24 pack?
$28.72 at Walmart.
For a 24 pack?
Yes.
Granted, cigarettes are cheaper down there, so they got to make money up somehow.
Well, they're not cheaper down here. I roll my own. So
Yeah. Hey, cigarettes are still a little bit cheaper down there than they are up here. Shit, you go to Chicago, their cigarettes are like $16 for one fucking pack.
that's where one of my bosses lives, is in Chicago. He lives in the city.
Yeah, fuck that.
I was up there not too long ago. Not too long ago, I say, but it's probably been 2 years.
Hey, next time you come to Chicago, man, let me know. We'll have to hang out sometime.
Yeah, they don't let me out of the office much anymore because they know that I'm good on computers. That's like that little stupid trick I showed you where you can hold the control key and roll your mouse, and show a bigger screen. I mean, it's
Shit, I don't think anybody's ever told me that.
just if you ever mess with Excel, I'm the Excel king at my job. That's all I do almost all day long.
Nice.
But I'm so efficient at it that I don't work half time because I get it done in minutes. You use Excel at all?
No, I've been wanting to learn. One of my old bosses was willing to teach me, but I don't have the fucking time.
Yeah, Excel, like, there's a lot of people that use an old formula. It's called VLOOKUP. Well, VLOOKUP's been outdated for about 2.5, 3 years. It's an XLOOKUP now. But it makes shit just 15 times easier than a VLOOKUP. Just not that you care. I mean, you don't use it, but I started teaching people to cover, like, oh my goodness, that's the greatest shit since sliced bread. It's because I don't care to teach
Right.
anybody. I'm not scared to lose my job because I'm still more efficient in everything else than they are.
Right. But what do you say, man? Ready to call this a fucking wrap?
Hey, I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, did you learn a lot for live stream and how everything works? And
It's still getting there. It's just being a moderator / admin on his StreamYard. Like, I don't have my own shit, so
yep,
I gotta like add my own stuff.
Works, but don't forget to change his power ducky thing back up in the top right hand corner.
Yeah, I know.
But no, we'll call it. Is there something else live on? If not, then I might be able to finish these hats tonight. If there is, if not, then
Well, I mean, DCA is
I'll
going to
hang out
go
with
on
you.
in about 10 minutes.
yeah, we
But,
go
you know-
visit them. I'll just get in the chat and. If
But,
I
you know,
could be on
they're
the
always
team-
a little late. I just wanted to end it so we could have a little time to chat offline.
Yep, no, go ahead.
So,
You're
but,
fine.
all right, guys. Thank you for joining us for our first live stream. We did some nice hash gambling, and neither of us won anything. So, that's the life of gambling and crypto. And yeah, I just wanted to get my money off of Nice Hack because the whole KYC thing that's coming out soon. So,
Yep, I agree.
all right, guys, thanks for joining. Please make sure to
Everybody.
like, subscribe, and thank
And
you,
we'll see
Shuby.
soon. We'll
for
see you soon.
joining
Hopefully
us.
We'll get back together and do some more of these.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Good night.